I just came back from a gorgeous sunny morning walk. I have no makeup on, but my head is buzzing with ideas, so I want to get started as soon as possible. This is today's bag. Our animal for today is this cute little hamster. And our snack is a Turkish one. I have no idea what this is. I need a snack now after my walk. Super interesting. Looks like it might be chewy, which would be perfect. Seems to have somehow the consistency of like a Turkish delight. Oh.
So chewy.
It has hazelnuts inside. The first ingredient on the list is carrots. Who would have thought? Carrot, sugar, hazelnuts, glucose, cigarette, coconut, cinnamon. This tastes amazing. I'm seriously blown away by this. It's not very sweet. Perfect. I love everything about this snack. Wow. So this is the first snack I'm giving 10 out of 10 points. I would not know a single thing that I would change. This is my perfect snack. Oh my goodness, I found my perfect snack. So you'll see the packaging again in a moment when I have you top down. So let me show you today's prompt because they have been marinating in my mind and I have a vision of what I want to do. So the quest for my perfect snack is over. This seems to be it. I checked the ingredients again and it looks like there's nothing weird in here, which makes me super happy. I also didn't see any animal products, which makes me very happy indeed. So this is again what it looks like. I know it doesn't look great, maybe, but I really enjoy these more natural snacks. So let's have a look at our prompt. We have a water and envelope insert. So the first time I read this, I'm like, what on earth were we thinking? What is an envelope insert? What am I going to do with the water? I was pretty stumped. But during my walk, I had a few ideas and they kept developing on my walk. And now I'm really pumped up to get this started. I just checked now what officially is an envelope insert. And I don't even know what we were thinking when we came up with this word. So typically envelope insert is another word for envelope liner. I don't have any right here, but I'll show you a picture here of what an envelope liner looks like. That's not what I'm going to do. For me, an envelope insert's anything you can insert into an envelope. As simple as that. That is my interpretation. And I was just flipping through this journal and I was hoping that there is an envelope in here that I could use for this, but unfortunately, none of the envelopes in here work with what I have in mind. This is the page I think I'm going to add the envelope to, and I'm just going to use a regular long envelope. And I'm going to cut it off to fit my page. I think I want it about this wide. I don't want to just fold it over because we have this here in the back and that would kind of, I mean, it would be possible, but yeah, I don't want that. So I'm just simply going to cut it off. Okay, so I've cut it. Now I want to close the flap, so I'll just glue that down. And then I'm going to open it up again, but with a letter opener. And then I want to hinge it to my page. I can just take a part of this envelope to do that since it has the right height. So I'll just cut out a rectangular piece like that. So I have this piece now and I'm just going to angle these. And then I can just glue that on. Actually, I'll fold it the other way so that I have the white side on the outside. Like this. Yep, and then I can just hinge that on. But I won't do that quite yet. So I want to tackle the water element first. Actually, I'm going to close this envelope on the side. And then I am going to attach the hinge already. Okay, so I have this now. Now I want to do the inside of the envelope first. I have 3 pieces of scrap copy paper here, and I want to make 3 different shades of blue. So 1 color per scrap. I'm going to start off with some watercolor. These are artist grade watercolors by White Nights. I'm going to use this beautiful turquoise blue. Just in case you want to know, the number is 1911507. They are very highly pigmented. Look at this gorgeous turquoise. Wow. It's absolutely stunning. Okay, I'm going to set this aside. And the next 2, I'm just going to spray with Distress Oxide spray. So for one, I'm going to use the Uncharted Mariner. And I'm just going to spray it on. And the other one I'm going to use is Salvaged Patina. So this is what they look like once they're dry. My favorite is definitely here from the Salvaged Patina. Look at all this wonderful pattern. And now to make waves, I'm going to tear strips out. And I hope that when I tear these now, I get some of these white edges that I usually don't like when I tear paper. But the white edges, I think, will hopefully make it look like, you know, the foam on top of the waves. I'm pulling towards me, so that way I get the white part on the part that I'm not pulling. And I want to try to make it wavy. I think that looks like, oh no, look at my fingers. I need to do this with gloves. This is so hard to get off. Okay, I need to go wash my hands. Okay, I'm back. I must say that's one thing I really don't like about these sprays. It's just crazy how much this stuff comes off. Look, it's dry and it's still coming off. That is quite annoying. Anyway, we're going to move on. So then I can tear this straight. So this is one strip. And then again, I'll make some waves. And go straight again. Yep. And I think I can make one more row of waves with this one. So there's 3. And I'll do the same thing for the other 2 colors. So once I have them all torn, I'm going to layer them onto my envelope. I'm just considering, do I do this on the outside or the inside or both? I don't think I have enough for both. I had another idea for the outside, but seeing this now, I think this is much better. I'll do it on the outside. Maybe I'll just have to make another set and do the same thing for the inside. So I'm going to start on the top. And I want to go over the edge of my envelope. And then I just want to vary the colors. Always making sure to cover all the white of the envelope. That looks like an ocean, doesn't it? So I have this one left. How do I glue this down? So I'll just glue down the bottom edges of my strips. But wait, do I have to start from the top? This is a bit tricky. I think I have to start from the top. I think what I need to do is move all of these and then put the glue on the bottom edge and then just layer them again. So once I have it all covered, I'm going to cut away the right and left excess. So now we have this. And the reason why I didn't want to glue the strips down completely is because I think I want to stick some things in there. Like, you know, I have these snails left over. We'll just make them into water snails. And they can just kind of hang out in the waves. And I also cut out some more of these flying fish that we had. And that can just like be jumping over the waves. So he's coming right out of the water. So let's glue those pieces down. But look at this. This is crazy. I'm going to give this a coat of varnish because this is insane. It's going to also get my journal dirty. Originally, my thought was to take blue fabric and to cut strips and then to glue those down in waves. But somehow I'm thinking I won't like that as much as the waves I just made now. So I don't think I will do that. For the waves on the other side of my envelope, I'm going to use acrylic paints. I have these 3 beautiful colors. This is medium blue. This is Hawaii, like that name. And this one is deep blue sea. How fitting. So I'll just paint one in each color and I'll do something similar, yet a little bit different. Let's mix these a little bit. Whoa, no, 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 no. We don't want that. Okay, these are all dry. And this time, instead of tearing, I'm going to cut waves. And I'm going to leave a little bit more space. So I'll make the strips wider. And I'll do the same thing for all of the 3 papers. And this time, to give it like the kind of a bubbly, sea foamy effect, I'm going to punch some holes. I have 3 different sizes of holes. So I have this hole punch. I don't know what the size of the hole is. It doesn't say. It doesn't really matter. And then, of course, I have my crocodile with 2 different hole sizes. I hope this will work. So I'm going to start off with the bigger hole. So I'll just punch some out here. Yes, it looks weird at the moment, I know. And then I'll punch some other holes. And then some smaller ones. I'll do it for all of them and then we'll see if that was a good idea or not. At the moment, I'm not sure. Could be cute, could be just weird. I don't know. So I'll just do the same thing on the other waves. So I have them all done and I have the feeling I'm missing the white edge. I think if we have more contrast, I think it's going to look better. So I'm going to do that with white embossing powder. If I would not be able to emboss, I would use either gesso or white acrylic paint and probably just use my finger and put it along the edges. But I'm going to try this with my embossing pen and white embossing powder. So I'm going along the edge here and I'm deliberately trying to be irregular. Yep, I think that's gonna look good. So I'll do that for all of my pieces. So this is what they look like when the embossing powder is melted, molten, I think. I think it looks pretty cool as well. I definitely needed that white edge for the contrast. I think these are pretty fun waves too. So those need to go on the back side of our envelope, and this has pretty much dried in the meantime. It's still coming off a little bit. This is very annoying. Anyway, we will move on. And let's place these. Ooh, how do I do this now? Because I think I need to paint the envelope because I don't want the white showing through. Yep, I need to paint the envelope, and I will paint it in this medium blue. I think that was way too much. And I'll also paint the back of these waves blue. Let's try this again. What do we start off with? Let's start off with this one, then this one. I'm going to glue everything down like I did before. You don't have to watch that. They're all glued down. This one is more dimensional, mostly because I used my 200 GSM cardstock rather than the copy paper that I used here, which probably isn't smart for the inside of the envelope, but it's okay. So again, I'll cut off the excess on the side. And I have another flying fish that can go here. And I also have some more shells left. It's really dimensional. It will flatten out with time, I think. Did I say shells? I meant snails, of course. But of course, thinking of the sea, I call them shells. Okay, so we have this really interesting envelope from both sides. I like that a lot. And we need our hamster. He's so cute. So let's cut him out. So I have the little hamster cut out, and he's going to have to swim here. So, I mean, another option would have actually been, instead of the fish, to put him in between the waves. Look at that. Why didn't I think of that? Well, yeah, I know why I didn't think of that, because we need an insert, right? He's part of our insert. So he needs to be peeking out from the envelope. This poor little guy is swimming here. And it looks like it's kind of a rough sea. And I think he's gonna have a hard time swimming here. Yeah, he doesn't look so happy, does he? So I think he needs some sort of a floaty thing. Like a swim, what do you call this? Swim ring, swim tire, you know what I mean. So I think we need to make him one of those. And because of course this is a flippable envelope, we can't leave his backside like this. So I went ahead and printed the card out again flipped like I did with the giraffe. And again, I will show you how I do that right here. So I have my little hamster here on my freebie. Then I go to File, Print. Then I go to Selected Image in the sidebar because I don't want to print all pages. I just want to print the one with the hamster. And here where it says Preview, I go to Layout. And here on the bottom it says flip horizontally, and you can watch it flip while I click that. And then what I like to do in addition is go to Media and Quality, go to Best Quality and hit Print. This is on an Apple. If you have a Microsoft computer, this will obviously look a little bit differently, but hopefully this will be guide enough so that you will find your way there as well. And then I cut him out again. So now I have the reverse image, so I can glue them onto each other. I've also inked them up with walnut stain. And so this way it will look good from both sides. So I'll first glue him together. That's the most important part. Or no, I don't glue him together yet because he's a part of the insert. So of course I want to have something in the envelope to pull out, so something we could write something on. So let me find a paper. How about this one that I made the other day? So I want to cut this to fit in here comfortably. So let's think about this. I have my card. I've also inked up the edges on both sides. So we put this card in here. And then we need our hamster to be glued on either side of our paper. So if we want him peeking out like this, then that's how we have to glue him onto the paper. Ooh, that's not a lot. Let's try this again. Well, we don't have to stick the paper in all the way. Okay, so basically just his bum and his feet are going to be glued on. Now we can glue on his counterpart from the other side. Okay, so we have him now from both sides, and now we still need his floaty thing. I think this would have been much easier to do before I glued him on. Why did I do that? Well, I want it going around his breast here so that he could have his arms over the floaty thing. So that means I need to know how wide his chest is. So I will trace him. So the floaty thing needs to go around this part of his body. So it will go like this, and then it will go around. The thing is, we have to match, of course, the front and the back again. It wouldn't go like this, would it? It would go like that. Yep. And this would also go like that. So I'm going to cut this out, and then we have to make a corresponding back side. Does this work? So it would go like that. Is that acceptable? And how would the back part look? Yeah, I think it's okay. Sometimes I wonder, why do I make my life so difficult? So now, please don't move. We can just trace this and this here. And then we take this off. Or we could have just traced the whole thing as it is, right? Is that going to work? I'm not sure. This is one side. And this would be the other side. Oh, it works! Oh, that makes me so happy. So I want our floaty to have red and white stripes. Let's make those. And then I'm going to use my black fine liner and go along these lines. Then let's glue these on and hope that everything works out as planned. The good thing with liquid glue is there is wiggle room, so we can make them match up. We did it. I don't know if it looks more like a floaty or more like a big scarf. Could be a Christmas scarf as well. So now let's put him in. Aww, it's so cute. And it works from both sides. That makes me happy. The only thing that doesn't make me happy is the position now of the fish, because they're right underneath each other. It is what it is. So this is a journal page I want to add it to. And I would add it like this, so I can flip out like this. But I have one more idea, and I'm not sure if I want to do it or if I can even make it work. So the idea was I cut out 2 more of these fish, one again reversed so that I have it from both sides. And I thought, wouldn't that be cool, since these fish can fly, to have one like above him, but not to just glue it down, but to have it also move with the envelope. And now the question, of course, was, well, how do we attach it? So I thought maybe I could do that with some wire, but I don't know if this wire is strong enough. I don't think I have another wire which is stronger. So maybe I could twist it or something to double it so that it's stronger. So I'm just winding one around the other. Yeah, I think that makes it quite a bit stronger. That should work actually. This is a lot more sturdy now. Very good. Then I'll cut it off here. I want to attach it into the envelope so that it would move with the envelope. So I can't attach it on the card, but I could just maybe tape it on the inside of the envelope. So let's take the card out. Let's make sure we put it in the right position. That's good. So let's get some tape. And then let's bend that a little more. Glue, then I'll put glue on the back side on this one, of this one. Ah, no. Okay, let's try this again. We have him like this, and then let's quickly add the counterpart. Looking good. And now I'll also ink up the edges. I'm using walnut stain again. Let's add our little hamster insert. Wow, there's a lot going on here on this page. All right, let's glue it in. This is fun. I'm sure Louisa is having as much fun as I am. I'll glue it down here. So one side and the other side, and the fish is coming with us. I love it. This makes me happy. That hamster must be scared. There's one more thing I would like to add. So I found these 2 duck stamps, and I think these ducks need to be in the ocean as well. So I'm going to stamp these using archival ink. And they're so cute. I'll show you a close-up in a moment. Oh, they're the same. I thought they were different, but it looks like they are identical. This is what they look like. Super cute. And I'm just going to color those with my yellow Caran d'Ache wax pastel, because that's just really quick and easy and not so messy. So I'll cut them out. So I'm going to add one here. It's kind of like surfing the wave. And the other one can go here. I hope none of these animals are going to eat each other. There's so much going on here. I don't know. I could imagine the ducks would eat the snails, although these are kind of huge compared to the ducks. The hamster isn't going to eat anyone because he's totally occupied with staying alive, I think. The flying fish, they wouldn't eat the duck. They might eat the snail. No, they won't eat the snails either. So I think everybody's good to go, actually. So this is my contribution. It's quite an elaborate one, which is going to add quite a bit of bulk, but oh well. We could write something on here, on either side. This does look like a Christmas scarf, doesn't it? But that's perfect for December. I'm okay with that. 22, water envelope insert, and a hamster. Only 3 more to go. I hope you join me again tomorrow. Love you guys. Mwah, mwah.